tomatoes. Are they a fruit or are they a vegetable? Well, believe it or not, there's actually a legal answer and a scientific answer, and they are not the same. The Supreme Court has even weighed in on it. For my last couple videos, I've been ranking my top 10 fruits and my top 10 vegetables. And many of you guys pointed out that I did not include tomatoes in either one. And it's not because I don't think tomatoes are important. It's because I really just wasn't super sure or locked in on where to put them. And I did some research and I found out a few things. Let me assure you that if I knew how to properly classify a tomato, they would have been included in my top 5 of either one of the fruits or the vegetables. I love tomatoes. Great piece of produce. Now, generally, if you ask me, I would say that the way I would define fruits or vegetables, all right, is fruits are sweet produce, vegetables are savory produce. To me, that's the best definition of fruits and vegetables. But a botanist would disagree. And I am no botanist. In fact, I barely passed high school biology. I didn't pay attention to anything. I didn't care about anything. Got a D in biology, and I was happy to have that D. I was thankful for it, which is worse because my mom was a biology teacher for 30 years. I had a great tutor at home, didn't bother to ask. And my teacher was one of her former students. And we actually had my class in the same room she used to teach in. And I failed the class that she was an expert on, biology. So I don't know a lot about botany, but here's what I found out with Google. So apparently what a botanist would tell you is that if it comes from a flower and has seeds, it's considered a fruit, which would make tomatoes a fruit from a scientific standpoint. But hold your damn horses, because the Supreme Court has actually weighed in and they had something different to say. And this is back when the Supreme Court was a respected institution. Back in 1883, the Supreme Court case Nix versus Hedden. Long story short, there was an import tax on vegetables back then, and this guy, John Nix, he argued that tomatoes shouldn't be subject to the tax because they're technically a fruit. And the Supreme Court agreed with what I said. They're like, people basically consider them a vegetable. For all intents and purposes, they're a vegetable. So pay your tax. So that's the answer to the question.